Can you believe they're actually trying to breach these gates? Because I can't. Anyway, welcome to A Clash of Kings 7.1 Reformers, and we're defending this particular location, and this is where it gets a little bit weird. I will have to murder my own gates, because, as you can no doubt see, they are not wanting to do it unless there's one of my troops, i.e. me, right by the side of the gates. Kind of strange and kind of weird and funny at the same time. Anyway, I'm going to tell my forces just to charge straight on in here because I am in a bad situation. I am absolutely in the worst possible situation at the moment, but it's okay because most of these enemies are literally peasants. I'm actually kind of surprised. Well, a reasonably simple victory for us, I suppose. And onward to greater and potentially greener pastures. Alright, so 8 renown is okay for such a small enemy army wanting to attack us right there. 53 were eliminated as well for us, for Elias, and this fellow manages to escape, which is always the case apparently. I still have not exchanged my prisoners, but I was able to level up... Yes, I was able to level up most of my companions. Now there are more companions that need leveling up, of course. It is time for us to deal with Lord Philip Plum, and he has lost one relation with us. Hopefully we'll be able to take him prisoner. Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't really know what we're going to do with these guys going forward, because in general I'd love to have as much relation with these people as possible, because that then means that we have an easier time of things later down the line if we actually do want to create our own faction. And indeed, it's kind of helpful if maybe, I'm not sure whether this is actually the case, but maybe it does also affect whether vassals will defect to your own faction. And I'm talking about if you are a vassal of a particular faction, then maybe they will be more inclined to join it. Obviously, that is unverified. I don't particularly know whether that is indeed the case. I know it definitely helps when you're attempting to persuade people, or when you just in general want to try and get people to join your own faction, the one that you've created. But for preset factions, I'm not entirely sure about that. Anyway, we have 28 cavalry ready for battle here against, well, we technically have 112 enemies against us right here. I don't really want to eliminate the the Lord himself, because that will lose me a bunch of relations, so I'm just going to try and do a little bit of glancing damage here, just to kind of goad the opponent into attacking us. As you can see, they are actually charging in, so I'm going to charge in my fellows as well, and maybe they will be able to eliminate some of the cavalry that are streaming towards them. Oh, I was a bit worried there for a second. I actually thought that I'd get murdered along the way, because let's face it, these guys have lances and they're not afraid to use them, so definitely something to be a bit aware of as we go forward. But yeah, I do need to be a bit careful of my horse as well, because obviously these guys do tend to have some polearms, and polearms in this mod do deal extra damage, extra bonus damage to horses. But it seems like we're doing alright so far. Martin is getting right in there, which is really nice. It's nice to see him getting a couple of kills here and there. And otherwise, I think this is going to be okay. This guy was attempting to take Grassfield Keep, and we're still kind of on the defensive at the moment. I'm very much hoping that once we have eliminated most of these vassals, we will no longer have to worry about enemies attempting to take some of the things that are, well, very low in terms of garrison strength. Well, we finally took him out, and we gained 7 renown for that, which is, I suppose, okay. 112 were eliminated total. Elias got 18 kills, not too bad. I'm actually just going to tell my forces just to charge straight on in here, because I don't really want to eliminate the rabble, shall we say. And there you go, he managed to escape, which is, well, never fun. So I'm trying something a little bit different here. We're going to be attempting a prison break. Now, I've been scouting around the Westerlands for a couple of minutes now, and I can't really find anyone but these two guys in here. There's actually two of them, so that might very well prove to be quite advantageous because we're going to gain some relation, going to get some honor maybe, and we're also going to get some drama and some pretty exciting moments. I actually really enjoy the prison break situation, and hopefully we'll be able to do something about that. What I would like to do after this is go and try and find Stannis, and then maybe we can get a task from him, or maybe we can just, you know, accompany him somewhere. Anyway, who is imprisoned here? Those fellows. Yes, I want to speak with a prisoner. I thought you were the boss here. Give me the keys to the cell now. There we go. All right, let's do this. Stab him. Stab him. There we go. He's dead. Now, can I go in here? I can. Ooh. Oh, very nice. Okay, so I now have a... Why do I have a staff now? I had a sword before. Okay, well, hello there. I've come to get you out of here. I need you to grab a weapon despite your weakness? Ooh, don't know. You keep well behind me and try to stay out of the fighting. I guess we'll just try to do it ourselves. And we'll see how that goes. I'm not holding out too much hope here, but who knows? I mean, they have archers, which is... Oh! Ah! Very nice. Okay, so I actually have... Oh, look at this. I have my guys. That's fantastic. Okay, so I'm just going to tell everyone to charge in, because they can go and, no doubt they'll kill those guys. I mean, Linearia is probably not the best in terms of actual combat, but she's going to be pretty decent, and the other guy that we have with us is just an absolute monster, so hopefully we'll be fine. As you can see, everything seems to be going quite well so far, and I'm just very pleased that I was actually able to take my own gear into this particular situation. Oh, we've got Sir Felton, really? He's not doing a very good job with his weapon, is he? Oh, there we go. Never mind. Okay, I spoke a little bit too soon there. Anyway, how many... ooh, I can't bring up the battle map, so I can't see how many units we actually have to kill here, but Sir Felton, good work. Oh, there we go. In your debt for freeing me, and you can now go wherever you like. Oh, yes, that is a Dragonstone vassal as well. That's fantastic. That's really nice. And this guy is actually part of somewhere else. You're free to go wherever you want. He's part of the Reach. I think it's okay. You'll make your way back through the gates and quickly retreat to the safety of the countryside. Alright, so I tried to sneak in again, and this time the guards, they saw me, even though I actually don't have, oh dear. Even though I don't have a huge party, I've only got about 15 guys with me at the moment. That's basically just my companions, really, so it's kind of surprising that they were able to see me there, but oh well, never mind, never mind. I guess it does give us a little bit more excitement as well, because I'm able to, oh yeah, use my arming sword. Technically this is not even mine, but I'm using it pretty well, because generally arming swords have much more thrusting damage than they will have cutting damage. So it's pretty nice that we were able to do that. Alright, let's take a walk around the courtyard. There is actually one unit in here. So Baelor Hightower, I believe he's from the Reach. So we might want to take him prisoner anyway. Let's see. I thought you were the boss here. Give me the keys to the cell now. Let's just kill all of these guys. Actually, do I even need to? I don't even need to. I can just go in here straight off, and then we can just talk to him. Hello. Come to get you out of here. Okay, so... stay out of the fighting, please, even though he could probably handle himself very well. Anyway, I now have my armor, and how many enemies do we have to fight? Not too many. I'm just gonna bring out my two-handed warhammer. We're just gonna take them down with this. And Maron is actually joining us, amusingly enough. Okay, don't die now, Sir Baelor. Thank you. Maybe we can just eliminate these guys the old-fashioned way. There we go. And I think there are a couple of archers. Thankfully, Sir Felton is going over there. And is this guy actually... ah, yes, he is actually a guard, but he has been sleeping up until now, by the looks of things, because he was just not actually doing anything. Kind of strange. Anyway, whoa, 17 damage. That's pretty harsh. Okay, there we go. So technically I can now take him prisoner, but I'm actually just going to let him go because I feel like this was a really good exercise in gaining honor and gaining some relation with people that we don't actually have relation with beforehand. So I think we're just going to let him go. There's another 7 relation honor for us as well. Yeah, he is part of the Reach, which is kind of unfortunate, but I think that was pretty good. Alright, so I've actually traveled all the way over to Essos, and there's a good reason for that. Yeah, Stannis is currently in the north, way up, and I really didn't want to spend the time going all the way over there and being like, hey, so, you know, do you have any tasks for me or something like that? Yeah, it's going to be unlikely that that's the case anyway. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to be attacking a Dothraki camp and seeing if we can maybe get some good cash from this, and then invest the cash in buying potentially another weavery and dye works in Essos itself, because obviously it's much less likely for any war declarations to go on in Essos against a faction in Westeros. So hopefully we will be able to do something like that. If not, then, well, that's just how it is, and this is a pretty cool experience because we've not actually fought the Dothraki yet. So this is pretty nice to actually see what they're all about and everything, and maybe, just maybe, we will find a very, very good and lucrative source of income from this. Who knows? What I do so far remember from previous times that I've played a Clash of Kings, in previous versions, the Dothraki Screamers were absolute monsters. They were super powerful. And it seems like that is not the case any further. It seems like they are really not very good. So there you go. We were actually able to eliminate the forces relatively easily. And as you can see, they have some courses here. They have some thick fur bundles and some salt pottery. And we even have some beef here. I'm not going to take the beef because that generally will rot relatively fast. And there you go. There you go. Not too bad. And we do have, well, I wouldn't say heavily laden with loot, but we do have a bit. Alright, so we do have about 2,000 profit from the raid on the Dothraki camp. If you do that multiple times, and obviously there are a number of Dothraki camps in Essos, there's like, I don't know, 3 within pretty quick distance of me right now, so maybe we should do a little bit more raiding there. But as you see, I actually do have enough coins thanks to my treasury. I literally have nothing left in the treasury now, by the way. I've got like, I don't even know, 7,000 or something like that. So yeah, I basically took this because I thought, if we don't get any money in Essos at all from raiding or loot or whatever the case may be, then at least I have a little bit of cash to invest in a weavery and dye works somewhere. And so, anyway, let's go back out, and I don't have a weavery and dye works in Myr just yet, so it might make sense for me to do that here. Let's have a look. Aha. The profit is 80 coins a week. What about ironworks? Wow, only 140? That is kind of insane. What's actually going on here? Ah, there we have it. Okay, so this is a little bit better. I've come to the closest town to Lys that I could get to without going over the ocean, because obviously I don't really want to go over the ocean too much because it's going to cost me quite a bit of cash and also morale. So anyway, we're going to be doing this. This is 500 coins per week, and that is indeed that. Now I'm going to check out the tavern. I haven't checked out the tavern just yet. Doesn't seem like... Oh, there's a belligerent drunk. Hopefully he's not going to interact with me. No, it seems like he's just like, oh, stay away from me. You arrive at the ruins of Sarhoy. The ruins bear faint marks of having been burned, with a few of the columns looking like they've melted in some unimaginable heat. I wonder what that could have been. Ah, yes, I wonder. Anyway, let's explore the ruins a little bit here. This is, it's actually been a while since we've done any exploration. And, oh wow, what is that down there? Do I want to know what that is? I'm not entirely sure, but let's just run around a little bit here first, just to make sure we're not missing out on anything. It doesn't seem like there's anything here. So I guess what we'll do is go straight down into the point of, well, point of interest. What is this? Is it a whale of some kind? Yeah, it looks like a whale of some kind. Okay, hello. You come across a massive beached whale, blubber and guts spilling out. The smell is overpowering. Well, that's not very good, I gotta say. That is not very good. So what actually happened there? How did that even happen? I have no idea. I have no idea. Well, let's go up here. There must be something else around here for me to look at. So let's see if I can I don't see anything that is remarkably eye-catching, with the exception of the whale, of course. So maybe there will be something around here, perhaps. Ah, you come across an old chest, half buried in the rubble. Ah, remind me not to do any more of these explorations. It is kind of harsh to find these chests, that is for sure. Okay, so hello. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, maybe we will do some more explorations then. It looks like we have a naval battle on our hands. Now, here's the thing with that. A lot of people have said that the naval battles are bugged, so I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go, but it's going to be funny either way if we're actually going to sink to the bottom of the ocean, or... Well, it seems to be working. Seems to be working without any... Well, without too many difficulties. I don't know whether we're going to see any bugs going forward, but this seems to be working perfectly fine. I don't know. Maybe there are some naval battles that are not going to work, but yeah, this seems to be working absolutely fine. Ah, I see. That might be the reason. That might be the reason why some people think it's bugged, because some of the troops, some of the enemy troops spawn underneath. So maybe that's a bit of an issue, but, well, from what I can tell, I have a steady stream of enemies to attack, and that's all that I really care about. So let's just try and get some experience for Elias here. And yeah, this is actually outside Dragonstone, because I was actually on my way there to, well, basically just reinforce it, really. Because I noticed that there were a couple of enemies. It was basically telling me small enemies, significant enemies, and so on and so forth, kind of close to Dragonstone and Hull and all these other places. Oh, I see. I see. This is what you meant, I assume. Okay, so we're going to tell my people just to hold position real quick, because I'm gonna need to kill these guys myself. Stab him. Take that. Take that. Yes. And let's see if we can maybe kill the... Oh, what? This is actually an enemy? Oh, okay. Well, this is interesting. Yeah, so there are a bunch of enemies underneath here. So yeah, I can see how you would say that this is definitely bugs, because, I mean, there just seems to be a bit of a pathfinding problem going on there. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that, but at least we were able to eliminate them. I think there are a couple of people falling unconscious here as well. There's only one enemy remaining, so I could technically just retreat. Oh no, never mind. Someone's being super sneaky. Look at that. Okay, I'm not entirely sure. Should I jump? No! Oh. I didn't die. Well, I guess I'll just say hello to my new friend, Flounder. Hello. Well, that was cool. That was actually kind of cool. Anyway, there you go. 11 renown. We did eliminate 66. What? Only 66? I thought there were many more. Yeah, there is actually many more, but there's 74 remaining. So let's see if we can... Maybe when there's less enemies, then they might have a lesser chance of getting stuck. That might be it, but personally, I feel like I don't really mind too much about the fact that some of them will spawn on the outer side of the ship and things like that. At least it's not game-breaking, you know what I mean? Because if it's a game-breaking bug, like the siege tower at Harvest Hall that we've seen beforehand, because I know that I've received a couple of comments asking why I'm not taking Harvest Hall. Well, that's the reason, because the siege equipment is super broken in that siege and doesn't allow me to actually even scale the battlements. So there's the reasoning for that. I think Harvest Hall is actually under siege as we speak. I think I think some of the Dragonstone vassals or something along those lines are taking it. I actually have no idea what's going on there. I just know that it is under siege by someone. So that's pretty good, I guess. And we're going to just kill a couple of people with my thrusting ability. There we go. Yes, take this. It's not every day you see me fight in first person, that's for sure. So savor it while you can. It's not something that I'm too good at or I don't particularly prefer it, but anyway, there you go. Another victory for us, another 3 renown, and another 54. Okay, so I'm just going to tell my people just to charge in at the end there, eliminate those guys, and now we get the opportunity to take these guys prisoner, which I think we will do. So we're gonna lose 3 relation from him, but here's the thing. I am actually going to be selling these guys. I'm not going to be giving them back, because personally I need the cash. I need the cash quite a lot. And what I'm also going to be doing off screen is I will be selling a whole bunch of prisoners from my garrison at the Weeping Town, and then hopefully getting enough money from that to actually do something with it. And yeah, because it's been pretty harsh, to be honest, with the amount of money that we're currently spending on wages, but hopefully that's going to work out all for the best. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.